to Surge 365.
Fantastic. Well, guys, I'm excited to have met Nyron. Now, Nyron and I met on the internet, and Nyron had actually heard about an amazing opportunity where people are earning $1,000 bonuses down in Trinidad. They're earning, weekly checks down in Trinidad working from home. And then Nyron, what he did was, right, and they're traveling for significantly less, which I'm going to share all of that with you here momentarily. So Nyron reaches out to me on Facebook, and then we had a conversation on WhatsApp. But prior to him reaching out to me, what he did was he researched me, he researched the company, he researched the founders of the company, he researched, everything. He looked at every video. So for those of you that have been invited to this particular presentation by Nyron, I say all of that to say this, that Nyron has vetted not only the company, but myself, to make sure before he introduced this information to those of you who are joining us on this line, that before he introduced the information to you, he made sure that it was not only something that he could do, but something that he could bring to his community there in Trinidad, and it would be something that we're blessing. So Nyron, I'm super duper uber proud of you for having that kind of determination. And family, let me tell you what it means. It means that what Nyron has done is he has literally kind of like advanced himself, because some of the studies that we would ask him to actually do now, he has already done. So Nyron, great job with that. Super proud of you for all of that. And so family, I am Janice Parker. I hail from the United States of America, and we guys were actually just doing a training. We had a 3-day training, Nyron, here, and it has been absolutely amazing for all parties. But here's what we want to do today. We want to share with you not only a travel opportunity where we are seeing one young lady on my team, Nyron, and I don't know if I told you about her. She actually has saved over $3,500 in less than 90 days in our platform. She and I'm gonna share with you how that happened here, ladies and gentlemen, in just a minute. But then, Nyron, I'm gonna share with your guests the power of this platform and how much money travel actually generates. I mean, travel is so huge that all of us have the ability to get a little information, a little knowledge, refer other people, and create a 6-figure income right from your home. So we're going to talk to you about all of that here in this next 35 to 45 minutes. So dream with me for just a moment. I mean, if you think about all the places around the planet that you can go and see, I want you to imagine like 8 days and 7 nights. Where would you go? Like, if money was not an issue. And here's one of the things that's interesting. When we asked the question, if you had all the money in the world to do everything in the world that you wanted to do, right? And what would you do? And 99, there's always one holdout, but it's okay. 99 out of 100 people say that I would travel. Most people look at this list of locations in Mexico or US, the Caribbean or South Pacific, Africa or Argentina, Europe or South America. And really, even though we have these few names listed, there are so many places to go and so little time to do it in. So what I love about Surge, with it being what we call the ultimate travel solution, is literally we're going to show you how you can create income working in this platform, that you can literally create for yourself an income. And for some people that join our platform, they say, okay, well, you know what? I would like to earn a couple of $100 per month, or I would like to earn, a couple of $1,000s per month. And the beautiful thing is that it really does not matter what your desire is. We can help you to do just that. So we're going to show you how not only to make money, but we're going to show you how to save money. Now, I was raised by my grandmother, and one of her favorite sayings was, a penny saved is a penny earned. So let me ask you a question. If you found that you could go to, to Africa twice for what the highly publicized sites are charging you for one trip, or you could go 2.5 times for the exact same money that they're charging you for one trip, would you do it? And most people say absolutely. Like, why would I get 2 for 1 versus 1 for 1? So we're going to show you how to bring more in, spend less on travel, and there go, you're going to be able to see the world. So let's talk about option 1 down in Trinidad and Tobago. So option number 1, we like to call the Vortex. This is your opportunity to own a piece of the travel space online. Now, I don't know if you know that that is not an easy thing to do. And I don't know if you know how competitive it is on the public side. Well, the beautiful thing for you guys is that we offer you an opportunity to have your own private travel portal that you can share with people that you know and people that you don't know for you in order to give you an advantage, because everybody's looking for the best bang for their buck. And so in order to give those of you who would consider this an opportunity and advantage, we partner with a company who has an algorithm that literally, once you put in where you're going and when you're going and when you're coming back, it verifies what the lowest price is on the internet. Now for you, you don't even have to be Nyron. This is what's so amazing. And I know you love the Vortex. You don't even have to be a person who likes to talk or who like, most people say, I don't like to sell. The beautiful thing about this is that you're going to share free access. But what the vendor says, what the hotel says, what the cruise line says, what the resort says is, okay, you know what? Because you were the one that introduced it to them, the resort says, listen, what I'm going to do is we're going to match whatever the customer saved because they went through your portal. We will match that and give it to you in the form of a commission. So whatever your customers save, you're actually going to earn. And we call that share saving and earning with the Vortex. Now let's look at how that works, because remember, you're going to have your own independent link. All right. So your link won't be my link won't be Kirk's link won't be Myron's link. And so if you're looking at this, once you own this platform, you have your own independent link. Well, most of us are familiar with going to a website like GoDaddy.com to create a different name. But if you never did, like I never did, it's okay. You still own a link. And you could share your link in so many different clever ways, whether it's birthdays on Facebook, or you go to you guys have Carnival, down there in February, March or something like that. You could create some beautiful cards with a beautiful picture of Trinidad on the card and just have your carnivaltravelgift.com. Nobody necessarily has to know who it is, who you are, but when they click on that link, guys, when they click on that link and then they fill out their information to become your customer. And here's a side note. The company allows you to have 9,999 customers. Well, when they do that, guess what? Whatever they save, you earn. So if somebody booked to go to Orlando and save $40.49 a night for 7 nights, their total savings would be $284. Well, the most powerful thing about their total savings is this, Nick, is that whatever they save, you earn. So your check on the first of the next month following these transactions would be $284. Maybe, Kirk, you had a friend of yours fly into New York. They want to go to on Broadway and see Lion King and eat at some of the 5-star restaurants there. And they're just going to stay for 4 days and 3 nights. But they save $74.71 per night. Guys, do you understand that you just earned $224 based on their total savings? Here's my favorite one right here, which is Thailand. What if you had somebody that you met at Carnival? You handed them your card. You didn't know their name. They really didn't know you. They accepted your gift. And they actually booked to go to Thailand, and they saved $135.60 per night. They booked 7 nights, 8 days and 7 nights. Total savings is $949. Do you understand that is a very, very nice size deposit? So, excuse me, what the company does is they actually deposit to you guys on a pay card. So you receive a prepaid debit card. So as opposed to like here in the US, they send us checks, you're actually going to have your money deposited on your card. I want you to imagine one Friday afternoon, you get off work and maybe you wanted to have a nice weekend, but maybe you had to take care of all your bills and you happen to just dial in to your pay card and just to check your balance. And lo and behold, there's $949 on your pay card. And this is just from you sharing your link with, I don't know, maybe people on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn. Or maybe the people that you have something in common with. They live in your same neighborhood. They live in your same community. Your children play sports with them. Guys, it doesn't matter. They could be people that you worship with, not to mention the people that you work with. A lot of us not only have coworkers here, but we've had prior employment. And so we have coworkers there as well. My point is, what if you acquired 10 customers every single month? And so for the sake of this example, I'm going to say, Kirk, that these 10 customers, I want to explain that these are not, people that actually took a trip. So I don't want people to misconstrue that somebody took a trip and that made them a customer. No, See, Nick, when you send out your link and somebody actually goes to your link and they fill out their first name, last name, their email, right? They literally, and then the company emails them. So always remind your customers that the company's going to email you. Just go in and verify your email. Everybody's familiar with that. It's not new. That made that person a customer. So Kirk, if 200 nights were booked on your site this next year and each of those 200 people saved $25, you just earned $5,000. Now think about what you did. You did what Expedia did without the $1 million a week overhead to do it. You just shared your link, whether you nice business cards, shared it on social media, on like on Messenger for people's birthday, handed it out to all your family at family reunion, handed out gifts for travel gifts at Carnival, whatever it is that you decided to do. However that played out, you just earned $5,000. Well, let's just say by 2019, okay, at 10 customers a month, you would have acquired 120. Let's just say by this time, 2019, you have 240 customers. Those 240 customers book 400 nights. They actually book 400 nights on your Vortex, and they save the exact same $25. That means that you just earned not $5,000 that next year, but you earned $10,000, and that's just based on the premise, right? That's just based on the premise that you have 400 nights booked. You didn't book anybody's travel. You don't know when they booked the travel. All you know is that in your back office, you have a report that tells you that your customer traveled. And let me tell you what else the company does for you. When your customers click on your link and they fill out their email information, their password and first and last name, and then they verify that email and become your customer, the company actually creates a drip campaign. And what the drip campaign does is that every single Tuesday, Travel Tuesday, they will send your customer something by email on your behalf. Nothing that you pay extra for, right? Then, if your customer looks up a trip to New York City, but they didn't finish their purchase, they'll send them other accommodations and things that they can do in New York City on your behalf so that your customer will remember to book through you. And then, of course, whatever they save, you're going to earn. And if you see this platform, it's a platform that all your customers have seen before. They know how to go and put their destination in and when they want to check in and when they want to check out and hit search. But that's when the magic began. That's when that algorithm literally will go behind them and verify what the lowest price is on the internet. And when it verifies that lowest price, guess what? Whatever they save, you earn. So you can do this right from the comfort of your living room. You can do this very easily. It's non-threatening. It's not in people's face. You're not asking them to purchase anything. But because you do it, and you can be methodical about it. One of the young men down in Trinidad and Tobago, they actually said, I want to have my 9,999 customers immediately, because he's thinking about the big picture. If he has one short of 10,000 customers, number one, it only takes one customer taking that trip to Orlando to get you your investment back. Your investment in your business is $177. But if one person took one trip to Orlando, you just cleared $107 in profit. My grandmother used to call that, Nyron, $107 to the good, right? So you're in the positive, right? You're in the positive. How fantastic is that? That means everything else that you earn is pure profit. Everything else that you earn is profit. Now you may be looking at the $59.95 per month. That is what we call overhead. And anybody who's ever had a business knows that there's building rent and there's lights and there's water and gas and electricity, and I got employees, I got insurance, I've got, city taxes, I've got all this stuff rolled up in business. So you and I know that $59.95 is not a lot. But let me tell you what it's packed with. Remember I told you about that email campaign that the company does that you don't have to do? That's rolled up in there. Tracking your customers is rolled up in there. Managing your payroll is rolled up in there. 24/7 customer chat for you and your customers is all rolled up in there. You have the ability, you have your website that as soon as you invest in your business, it goes live. It's rolled up in there. Maintenance of your website, updating your website, the web hosting is all rolled up in the $59.95 per month. So we do our best to bring you as much value, right, for your $59.95 USD as possible. But you know what I love, Nyron, is this, and I know you were tripping out on this part, because as valuable as that platform is, we know that if it made sense to my mentor, Yvonne, and then it made sense to me. And then when it made sense to me, it made sense to Shanice. And then when it made sense to Shanice, it made sense to Aaron. And then when it made sense to Aaron, it made sense to his sister Roxanne. And when it made sense to her, it made sense to Sarah. And when it made sense to Sarah, it made sense to Nyron. And then when it made sense to Nyron, it made sense to Nick. It made sense to Kirk. And now it makes sense to the person that you know too. Because what we have found, guys, is that birds of a feather flock together. So don't worry about if anybody else, it would make sense to them. It will. And once you have 3 people that understand the power of this platform or the power of our travel membership, this is what the company says for you. And this is what's crazy, Nyron. The company says that they will eliminate your monthly subscription fee when you refer 3 people. Guys, how many of us have ever gone on like maybe a timeshare? Can I get some air? Have gone on like maybe a timeshare presentation. And when we go on that presentation, they say, hey, if you refer this many people, we'll do this for you. Or maybe you purchase a car at a dealership and they say, well, if you refer this many people, we'll give you a free warranty. Something like that. Well, we have a referral program as well. And when you refer people, right, as a matter of fact, some of your customers are going to be so nosy. Like one of the young ladies on our team, Sylvia sent her a link, Nyron, when she got from London after she saved money. She's like, okay, wait, first of all, when your customer looks at that website, they want to know how you got that. How you get a site like that, right? And how are they working with the airlines? How are they working with all the airlines, all the hotels, all the resort companies, all the rental car companies? Like, how did Nyron do that? So somebody's going to say, I want in. Well, guys, once you have 3, they eliminate your monthly fee. But here's the beautiful thing, Nyron. Guys, you get those 3 persons that say yes in your first 8 days. Not only will you eliminate your monthly subscription fee, so that's gone, but the company's going to pay you to eliminate your monthly subscription fee. Who does that? Who says, right? What company gives you the ability, right, to be able to get rid of the fee and pays you if you hurry up and do it? So that's bananas to me. Now, does it have to be done in 8 days? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, some people have done it in 8 days, some in 30, some in 6 months, some have taken 2 years. It's really totally up to you. But the fact of the matter is, guys, the company puts an incentive out there that we will pay you to hurry up and never have to pay us. Pretty powerful. So in Trinidad and Tobago, you have the ability to do that. And that's option 1. Now, option 2 is something that we call the Vortex Special. And what the Vortex Special is, guys, what the Vortex Special is this is a platform whereby you own not only the Vortex, but you actually own the membership as well. So what is powerful about it is, again, remember, we're private. We're not public. You can't go out there and Google us and pull up our prices. We're kind of like, you know, any kind of club membership. It's exclusive. It's private. It's VIP. It's country club type membership. And the reason we do it that way is because of an agreement on the internet that says, if you're going to be out here with the big boys, Expedia, Priceline, Hotwire, Travelocity, Orbitz, and these guys, you literally have to abide by that agreement, which says the prices have to be within a certain range. But when you're private, when you're a private member, you get to get the deals that other people don't get. It's like kind of having, like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to like a Mercedes-Benz dealership when they're having what they call a midnight special, and it's invitation only, where you get a crazy discount. Well, the difference with us is you get a crazy discount 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're booking a condo, a resort, a private villa, a hotel, a cruise, guys. And you know what? We don't guarantee flights. But that young lady I was telling you about that saved $3,500, Nick, in under 90 days, she even saved $2,400 on her flights over to London. And everything that you do inside of our platform gives you reward credits. We even back our travel up. Kirk, we even back our travel up with a 150% price match guarantee, which simply says if you ever found it for less anywhere else, we will give you back the money that you spent with us, and we will give you another 50% off in reward credits. That's a 150% price match guarantee. Well, what does that say to you? That says that we're very confident about what you're looking at now. See, that online public price, in this example of Orlando, that $1,641 is the public price. But look at your membership price, $693. And I don't know about you, but I can go to Orlando 2.5 times for what those online public sites are charging versus what your membership costs. That's $948, guys, that you get to keep in your bank account? And doesn't it make sense that if you're going to travel to Orlando anyway, doesn't it make sense that if you're going to travel to Manhattan anyway, that you travel with the best possible price? I mean, who out there in their right mind gives Expedia $1,100 when they can log into their private membership and pay $426? Like, that's the money that you go to Broadway with. That's the money that you go and Nyron, you can go to New York and be lost in New York at the, at the very same hotel from Home Alone 2 and keep that 748 in your pocket. Family, let me tell you what, this one is going to hurt your feelings. And let me know why, because it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings to know that I've spent all this money with Expedia, and they said that I've got the best price guarantee. And when I get into this membership, I found out that they're overcharging people by $3,100 on this trip to Thailand. The same. And here's the thing, guys. We're talking the same hotel, the same exact dates, the same exact accommodations, whether it's a 2-bedroom suite, 1-bedroom suite, right? We're talking about the exact same everything, but not the exact same price. See, Goma Powell used to put it this way: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So when you're looking at this particular example, you're seeing the money that you could use to either fly to Thailand, fly to Rome, go on those beautiful excursions. I mean, wouldn't you rather have an extra $800 to take your loved ones to see all of the historic, you can turn it off now, all the historic ruins, and be able to immerse yourself in the Rome culture and eat the cuisine and walk down the beautiful area where they have the water running through the city? I mean, like, why would you give your money to Expedia and sit in your room eating food that you bought with you when you could take, you got money in your bank account to enjoy where you're going? Never thought about Colorado, but for $299 to be able to stay in a weekly resort, that $706 buys a whole lot of hot cocoa. Now, the interesting thing is on the previous slides, you would have seen a savings at the very, very bottom for a customer. That would be your check. Now, you may ask yourself, Nick might say, well, why is there not a savings at the bottom of this slide? And the reason is because customers only save 85% of the time. Remember, they have not made any investment. They're sharing, they're kind of like, sharing off of your savings. They don't get the same savings, but they do get some savings. And then, of course, whatever they save, you earn. But because you're a paying member, you save 100% of the time, which means you will always save. And if for any reason our prices were ever more than what you paid surge was ever more than what you found it for on the internet, you come into your membership, you press price match guarantee, and guess what they do? They send you back the difference in what you overpaid to match that price 100%. And this is, guys, on accommodations. And then they take another 50% off and give you in reward credits. You know what's so bananas, though, Nyron, is this. In the last 3 years, we have saved customers $53,800,000. And out of all of that, there have only been 3 occasions where the company had to refund the difference because we were over in price. Our company is so 100% sure that they've got the best prices for the members' bang for their buck that they back it with 150% price match guarantee. I mean, guys, you're seeing here cruises and you're seeing car rentals. And there is this slide that says that this is a comparable membership. Well, first things first, our prices are thousands of percentages less than this price. Second of all, I don't see 3 and free. I don't see where this $3,400 membership that they have right here, guys. I don't see anywhere to ever eliminate that. That just says annually, your annual dues. After you've paid this company, Inspirato, right here, you've paid them $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000, guys. They are also charging you $3,400 per year. Are you kidding me? Quite frankly, to me, that does not make sense. But let me ask you, and be honest with me. If you're going to travel anyway, does it make sense that you can travel where you want, when you want, with whom you want, whether it's vacation travel, business travel, or everyday travel? It does not matter. If you're going to travel anyway, does it make sense to guarantee that you're always going to get the best possible price, to guarantee that you can book anytime that you want to guarantee that there are no blackout dates, and that you can book as often as you want to? And if you're going to travel anyway, doesn't it make sense to earn reward credits on your travel, shopping, dining, and activities? I failed to mention that there is a mall in your membership. I failed to mention that you can rent a yacht in your membership. I failed to mention that you can rent, do activities of all sorts that you can buy from Neiman Marcus and Macy's and Walmart and Target and Bloomingdale's right in your membership, and that everything pays you reward credits. So wouldn't it make sense that one day you would be able to take those reward credits, guys, and purchase free clothes, free dinner, free airline tickets, free hotel stays? Of course it does. And for a $277 one-time investment and a $59.95 fee that we're going to help you get rid of, you can travel like a rock star from now on, guys, from now on for pennies on the dollar. But wait, there's more. Because guess what? Those reward credits now, because you own the Vortex special, are not just reward credits that you earn just on your travel. See, you will earn reward credits when your customers travel because you own the Vortex special. What does that mean to you? Well, family, when you start to look at those reward credits, banking up for 10 years, when you start to look at those reward credits, you can find yourself buying a free flight or a free 8-day, 7-night stay with reward credits. And if you're gonna travel anyway, does it make sense to take the reward credits from your vacation vault and use those to purchase your trip to Cabo or Vegas or Maui or Orlando or Western Caribbean cruise or Rome or wherever on earth you want to travel? Wouldn't it be better to take the reward credits to purchase a vacation since you have them and leave your money in your pocket? Of course it would. And so the power of our platform, family, is this. I have just shared with you not only your ability to make money inside of this platform, I've shown you your ability to create free travel for yourself inside of this platform. And I've shown you the ability, guys, to be able to actually have amazing, crazy savings in this platform. But what's right for you is going to be totally up to you. Some people may say, well, you know what? Some people may say, well, you know what? I kind of actually prefer the Vortex. That fits right inside of my genre. I'm not a big talker, but I can sure share that link. And I'm going to go for my 9,999 customers. And I'm going to create an income of maybe $5,000 by this time next year. And maybe the next year, $10,000. Maybe it'll take me, 3 years to get to where I've created a passive income of $20,000. And for $177 investment, what do I have to lose? Like one vacation from one customer gets me my investment back. And then the fact that Coach JP and Kirk and Nyron are going to help me to get 3 and free, so I don't even have any overhead, like that's like a no-brainer. And then there are a lot of people, though, in Trinidad and Tobago, and they're saying, okay, you know what? I want the Vortex special. And what the Vortex special includes is the membership. I mean, because you're likely to travel yourself. Well, does it make sense that if you're going to travel that you're able to get those huge savings from yourself? Not to mention reward credits from you and your customers with a $277 investment? Family, like one vacation and you're golden. So if I were to say to you, you know what, congratulations and welcome aboard. We've just spent the last 27 minutes talking about nothing but travel. And if what you prefer is option 1, that Vortex, fantastic. It's your option. If what you prefer is option 2, which is the Vortex and the membership, fantastic. But I want to talk to you for just about 10 to 12 more minutes about a third option that we call creating wealth. So some people say, I just want to do those other 2 and I'm good. And then some people say, well, tell me a little bit more about if I help other people to do the same thing. Like, what if those people I referred decided that they wanted to do the same thing? Is there a way that I could earn money when I help them earn money? And it's yes. It would kind of be like you train 3 people at your job. And your boss says, you know what? Because you trained those 3 people, we're going to take a percentage of what they earn, and we're going to give it to you for helping train them. That's what wealth building is all about. And Warren Buffett, the number 2 billionaire on the planet, put it this way. And Nyron, I love this quote. He says to increase your wealth, start a what? Business. Right? The crazy thing is here in the United States, Nyron, is that just over 80 years ago, 80% of the population actually owned their own company, owned their own business in one way or another. Then along comes the Industrial Revolution, along comes the technological revolution, and all of a sudden everybody's running to have somebody else determine what their worth is, running to have somebody else employ them. Well, Warren Buffett understands that it helps the person that employed you more than it helps who? You. So he doesn't say to increase your wealth, go work a second job, go work a third job. He says start a business. But he puts a litmus test on the business that you would start. He said, listen, things you like to do should be a hobby of yours. It's the things that the world does that you should make your business. And if the world is traveling to the tune of $7.6 trillion in 2016, $8.1 trillion in 2017, and I don't know if you know this, Kirk, but travel is slated to be a $12 trillion industry by 2012, then it makes sense that we don't even have to be that good, Nick. But if we jump in a pool that is generating $8.1 trillion, we're going to swim out on the other side with a strong 5- and 6-figure income. So what Surge did for those of you down in Trinidad and Tobago is this. They said, listen, why don't we take the world's largest industry and add it to the best compensation plan? Indirect sales, where literally like a young lady down here in Virginia and North Carolina who was virtually homeless, sleeping in an extended stay of America, where literally in 7 days she was able to earn her first $1,000 bonus. 7 days. They give you 30. But see, her back was up against the wall. And guys, that's where a lot of people find themselves these days. A lot of people that are literally right now in your cell phone are finding that their back is up against the wall, are finding that the jobs are not as plentiful, are finding that the competition for jobs is getting tighter. They're finding that they're not able to make their ends meet, that they're one paycheck away from homelessness, or finding that they don't have the money, extra money to do the things they love to do. They may be making ends meet, but the extra is not there for those family vacations that we used to take. Well, what Surge did and what this lady said was, my back is up against the wall. So in her first 7 days in business, guys, she earned $1,000. Well, now, most companies have a little bit of a fast start bonus, so that's not new. But this is Nyron and Kirk and Nick where the rubber meets the road, in that you have access to not just one. See, most companies give you access to one $1,000 bonus. We give you, what's that word right there, Nyron? What's that word?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. How many is unlimited, Nyron?
Infinity.
Right? So you have unlimited $1,000 bonuses, which means you can earn them over and over and over again. What's this word right here, Nyron?
Unlimited.
Unlimited $10,000 bonuses. So are we saying, Nyron, that you can earn as many $10,000 bonuses as you're willing to work for?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we're saying. And the fact that this young lady went on to earn $50,000 in under 100 days, if she can do it, what does that mean for the rest of us? It means that we can do it as well. So what you do to exercise this option, and Kirk and Nick, I like to call this option 3. To become a Surge business associate, what's your investment to be a business associate, Nyron?
$477.
Right. You pay that extra $10, and guys, inside of your first 30 days, you have 7 Vortex special sales. We call them platinum in the US, but 7 Vortex, special sales in your first 30 days, and the company is going to cut you a check for, well, actually, I'm sorry, make a deposit into your account for 10,000 USD plus $15 times each of those seven sales. So you're talking about what? 15 times 7 is like $1,105 or so is going to be deposited, right? Just because you referred 7 people, and guess what? After your 3rd referral, Kirk, you are what we call a team builder. Now that becomes important, because if you're one of those persons who says, I just want to be 3 and free, great, right? You don't have to go beyond that. If you say, well, listen, I would at least like to get the $1,000 bonus, great, we'll help you do that. But what I want you to understand is, along the way, by default, you became a team builder. And what happens here is that you have access to unlimited $15 commissions and unlimited $1,000 bonuses. And all you're going to do is take Scott and help Scott get what, y'all? 3 and free. That's it, right? That is the magic. That's the 2-all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun at McDonald's. The secret sauce in Surge 365 is to help everybody get at least 3 and free. Even if they just want to travel, even if they just want the Vortex. Why give the company $60 a month when they say we'll pay you not to pay us? Like, I mean, you could, and I'm sure they wouldn't be mad. But my point is, let's help everybody to get 3 and free. Now, when you do that, you're moving towards the number 7. The number 7 is the number of completion. And every time you get to the number 7, the company pays you $1,000, meaning every time 7 people come in your network, Nick, whether you did the work or not, the company's going to pay you $1,000 for every 7 Vortex special sales. Well, notice, Nick, you have 4 in your team so far. You have the first guy you brought in, but notice that you didn't know these people, but they're still part of your 7. Well, what are you going to do? Well, you've got to help each of these persons start to get 3 and free as well. But along the way, you will hit the number 7, the number of completion. And what does the company do? They pay you $1,000 bonus for getting. And there's only one person on the screen that you personally recruited, and that's this guy right here. So what am I sharing with you? Is that this is not about you going out in there and knowing a whole lot of people. It's about us letting us help you to get to Team Builder. And if you just found that one, I would never recommend just one, but if you just found that one person in your Team Builder group, that can take you to multiple $1,000 bonuses. Because as you continue to serve your team, as you continue to help get people 3 and free, by helping them refer people that love to travel or would like to make some extra income, every 7 pays you $1,000 bonus. And it's over and over and over again, guys. So in the US, we have to pay $477 for what you guys pay $277 for. So we get $20. You guys still get 15. That's still very, very powerful. But either way, every 7 of them pays you $1,000 bonus. Now, does it have to be that they got the Vortex special? No. It just means that if you had somebody buy the Vortex by itself, it equals 1 point. Somebody buys the Vortex special, it equals 2 points. And every 14 points pays you $1,000 bonus. And every 100 active sales, Nyron pays you what?
$10,000.
10,000 USD. That's 70,000 TT.
Yes, it is.
Right. And here's the beautiful thing, and Kirk and Nyron and I were speaking about this the other day, that if somebody wanted to go for it, right? And I've been blessed to be one of the persons who earned a $50,000 bonus. And as I was expressing to Nyron and Kirk, I've been blessed to help another young man on my team accomplish the same thing. You have the ability, should you knock it all out of the park in 100 days, the company will pay you an additional $25,000. Well, along the way, you earn $1,500. You earn $1,500 along the way because they paid you $15 from each of those 100 people. So you earn $1,500. Along the way, every 7 of those Vortex special sales paid you $1,000. That happened 14 times. And so the company paid you 14 of those $1,000 bonus checks. So they paid you $14,000. And then, Nyron, when you get to that 100 sales, they're going to give you a one-time bonus check of $10,000. But notice, gentlemen, every time you earn a $10,000 check, you've really picked up anywhere in the neighborhood of 25,500 every time you earn a $10,000 bonus check. So you're not just earning 10,000 because you're earning along the way. And the company allows you to do that over and over and over again. So you can see, family, that just by doing that, you would create $25,500. But if you do it in 100 days, what the company does is they pay you an additional $5,000 a month for 5 months, totaling $25,000, right? As you maintain at least 100 on your team, that total is $50,500 in earnings in 100 days or less. That is a pretty powerful thing, especially when you think about the people that may own a business and they need a windfall. The people that you know that may need $10,000 to pay for a parent's procedure. The people that you know that may need $10,000 to get their children into college or put them in private school, right? That kind of money comes in handy when you start looking at the things that people could do with it. And so even as you move through the compensation plan, understand that they're not only going to recognize you, but when you get to 500 active members on your team, no matter what level they got started at, the company is actually going to award you in your area, it's going to be like an Audi or a Volkswagen vehicle, but it's going to be equivalent to the price that they would spend for a vehicle here. So that's, which is about $40,000. But here's the thing. They're also paying you, Nyron, right? They're also paying you $6 for each of the active members on your team. So Nick, if we multiply that out, you're earning $3,000 that month, that next month, whether you get up or not, whether you do anything or not. Why? Because those 500 active members are already on your team. You don't have to go out and get those the next month. That's a residual income, gentlemen. And when you add to that $2,000, when you add to that the $2,000 bonus that you get just because you hit level 1 director in our platform, That's 5,000 USD a month. That's 35,000 TT per month. Times 12 months. Here in the US, that's 60,000 USD. But guys, for you, that's 420,000 TT annually. Now, how many people in Trinidad and Tobago, right? With this, and I'm hearing that the jobs are just not that plentiful like it is here in the US. How many people do you know need an extra $420,000 annually in their life, TT? I dare say that there are probably more people than you know. See, one of the things that I was saying earlier today in training is that the people on your cell phone that last night prayed for an opportunity, they're looking through the newspaper today to try to figure out where they can find a job. They're all over the internet looking for where they can create some extra income. And I don't say don't go get a job, but I do say it's our responsibility once we see this blessing to go share with the people in our phone that we don't know things are going too tight for them, but they're finding it difficult to maybe make ends meet. Guys, this could be that blessing that they were looking for. And because you help somebody else, the company takes very, very good care of you. Now, this one, Nick, is going to blow your mind just a little bit. Because as you continue to help people get 3 and free, eventually go from 500, right? You go from 500 persons on your team to 2,000 active members. And you know what's so bananas, Nick? You probably only know the first 5 to 10. The rest of them you're going to meet along the way, because as you help yours to get 3 and free, and then help them to help theirs get 3 and free, and then help the next generation to get 3 and free, there are hundreds and then thousands of people on your team that some of you will never even meet. But the beautiful thing is that the company is going to purchase you a Mercedes or Jaguar or a BMW. After 2 years, they're going to send you the title. And do it then. Here, Nyron, check this out. They're paying you $6 for each of those 2,000 members. That's 12,000 USD, right? That's 84,000 TT per month. You gentlemen will be earning more per month in Trinidad than some people will be earning annually. You will be earning more per month than they will earn biannually, right from the comfort of your own living room. Now, is it easy? Yes, except for we have to get over us. Sometimes, as we're building for anywhere from 6 months to 2 years to get to this particular position, sometimes people get afraid of the fact that somebody might tell me no. I'm going to tell you, you want to go out and get a whole bunch of no's. Because the more people that tell you no, the closer you are to a what?
Yes.
To a yes, right? And so we want to share with people, listen, don't worry about the no's. As long as you keep sharing it, as long as you keep planting the seed, the word says that the seed has to harvest. So don't get down. Keep pushing, because ultimately you'll be at a place where not only are you earning the 12,000 USD per month, they add another $4,000. Nyron, that's 16,000 USD. I'm going to break out my calendar with my calculator.
I have mine. I have mine.
So that is 112,000 TT per month.
Yep.
We multiply that by 12 months in 1 calendar year. That's 1,344,000 Trinidad dollars.
Lord.
You will be earning the income of a podiatrist, the income of a general physician right from your house, because you're helping other people. Now, how long does it take? It's totally up to you, but we say anywhere from 2 to 4 years to get to this particular place. But since 2020 and 2022 and 2024 is coming anyway, you may as well, right? You may as well earn that income and have that when you get to 2020, when you get to 2022, when you get to 2024. Now, if you keep growing your business, eventually you're going to have 5,000 active members on your team. 5,000 active members on your team. Now, this may take you 4 to 6 years, but you plan on living 4 to 6 years anyway. Yes or yes? Now, the question is, do you want to be at the same level or just above, or do you want to soar in this next 4 to 6 years? Especially when you've got a team of people that are going to help you grow an organization of 5,000 people. The most phenomenal thing is this, is that Nyron, they're still paying you $6 for each of those 5,000. That's 1,000 USD. Yes or yes? That's 210,000 TT per month. But wait, there's more. They're also going to pay you $8,000 a month for arriving at this level, and then they're going to purchase for you, likely give it to you at a national convention, a presidential diamond face, diamond bezeled, diamond armed Rolex watch. That costs as much as the car that you drive. But see, here's what the company knows, not being materialistic. The company knows that in order to help save people from themselves, and them thinking stuff like that don't work. Some people are visual. And when they see it working, they believe it works. Does that make sense? And so where you may be able to get started, Nick, because you can move by faith and not by sight, some people that you're going to encounter have to move by sight, and then they have faith. So the company says, well, we're going to put the faith on your wrist. But I want you to understand this, that at $38,000 per month USD times 7 TT, that's $266,000 per month TT. That's more than some people will earn in 4 years. Do you understand you're compressing time frames? You are buying your life back, because but for a way to create extra income where you can literally get paid for 4 years in 1 year. Does that make sense? Not to mention, you'll be being paid per month what some people will earn in 2 years, 3 years. You get that in 1 month. So if you got paid twice in a month, what some people will take 12 months to get, how much time did you just buy back? And then when you multiply that out by 12 months, guys, when you multiply that, that's 3,192,000 TT. You is a millionaire TT earner. And it keeps getting better. But I always get here and I'm always cautious because sometimes people think it's too good to be true. And you know how I know they think that? Because that's what I thought. It took my mentor 16 months for me to finally take the shackles off my eyes and finally, take the doubt about myself and take well, they can do it, but I can't do it, or it'll work for them, but it won't work for me, or they talk better than I do, or they dress better than I do, or they look better than I do, or I had so many failures in my life. You know what I mean? By the time I finally got those shackles off my eyes, that young lady I was telling you about, that earned the $50,000 in 83 days, had earned a company car and 6 figures. So I don't want you to waste time. See, time keeps on creeping into the future. And I figured, Nyron, I probably lost $250,000. I'm sorry. I probably lost $250,000 doubting myself. I don't want you to do that today. You've seen an amazing opportunity, guys. I want you to say yes. I want you to be driving around in a Bentley in 2026 down in Trinidad and Tobago. A Bentley that you didn't pay for. Maybe you get the flying spur and put a driver up front, or maybe you just drop the top and drive for yourself in your 2-door GTC. I don't know. All I know is they're paying you $70,000 a month USD, which is $490,000 per month CT. They're adding another $12,000 a month USD, which is another $140,000 a month TT. I want you to think about all of the people you can bless when you have $1 million bonus. That's 7 million TT. How many churches need renovating? How many schools need funding? How many missions need to be funded? How many missionary trips are missing people because they can't afford to take off work? How many people can you bless, not just in Trinidad, but your business will go abroad? How many people can you bless with your yes? Because but for your yes, there are people in your cell phone in Trinidad and Tobago, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Panama, Bolivia, Colombia, Argentina, and Guyana, Grenada, Barbados, and Bermuda that you may know, St. Lucia, that but for your yes, they'll never know about this opportunity. See, it's been put before you today because your yes is not just for you, but everybody that you know, you've known, have come in contact with. Will everybody say yes? Absolutely not. We're expecting 80% of them to say no, but it only takes that 20% to take your lifestyle from where you are today to a place that stratospherically you had not even imagined. So you can say yes to option 2 with the deep discounts plus the Vortex, or just say yes to option 1 with the Vortex. Or you can say, I want option 1 and I want option 3, where I can create a crazy lifestyle, a life-changing income in the future that I can control. Or you may say, I want option 2. I want to travel like a rock star and spend like a pauper. Either way, guys, I want you to imagine where you could see yourself with Surge 365. So Nyron, it has been an absolute pleasure for me to share this with you and your friends and your family down in Trinidad and Tobago. What I want to find out is, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? And I think you can just kind of like raise your hand in the chat, or you can click on Q&A. However you want to do it is just fine. But the biggest, most important thing is that you get back with the person that invited you to this particular webinar and let them know, hey, I like that part, or hey, I need questions answered about that part. But the biggest thing I want you to understand is that this is a partnership, right? We are a group of men and women, professional, savvy, sophisticated businessmen and women around the globe that are creating wealth and legacies for our families. And we've chosen this company, Surge 365, to do it with. So you're partnering with some of the best minds in the business industry. You're partnering with also some of the biggest hearts in the industry. So I'm going to challenge you to definitely get back with Nyron, get back with Kirk, and let them know what your thought process is. We will put 1,000 people inside of Trinidad and Tobago by the first of the year. The question is, are you going to take the first movers advantage and be with Nyron and be with Kirk and override that volume? Or are you going to wait and see what happens and kind of come in under the volume? I mean, either way is cool. Don't get me wrong. But you have first movers advantage right now because we're just launching the market 40 days ago. So Nyron, with that being said, I'm going to turn this back over to you and just have you share with your guests why you've hand selected them to be part of your launch in first movers advantage for Trinidad.
All right. Okay, guys. Just let me say thank you so much for being here again. Right. I chose Surge 365 for one simple reason. Well, as Ms. J will tell you, I did my research. Like I told her that fateful night, 1 o'clock in the morning. As I told her 1 o'clock in the morning, I ripped the company apart, put it back together, went on the website, checked out all the videos, not knowing that I was going through training, but just to make sure that it was right for me, because what I was hearing, what I was seeing, what I was reading, I couldn't believe it. So I had to make sure. But I'm at a stage in my life where I tell myself I want something more. And I know there are other people out there who feel the same way that I do, thinking that there must be something out there for me. There must be something better out there for me. And with Surge 365, it's all possible. That vortex, guys, watch me. That vortex, take what I tell you. You cannot go wrong with that vortex, right? I even went so far now. Miss J might get angry with me for this one, right? I asked Miss J for her vortex link.
He sure did.
Right?
You can check us out again.
I went on the vortex.
Right.
Now, let me tell you what I did. We have some 4-star and 5-star hotel down here. I went on those official websites, like for instance, Hilton. I went on Hilton official website. Book a room, went through the process. In Hilton, the cheapest room that they had was $181 US. Then I went to Surge 365, the Vortex, booked the same days, the same hotel, same room, and got it for $160. 160 US. Right?
Yes.
But that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. I went to Hyatt Regency. I went on to Hyatt Regency official website again. Check out those rooms. The cheapest room they had was $228 US. Went to the Vortex, 5, booked the same room, same dates, same hotel, and the room was available for 190 US.
Oh my God.
So I can tell you that it works. Everything Ms. J said, it wasn't no story, it wasn't no just to make everything something.
Right. Right. I knew when I saw you and Kirk register as customers, I was like, but you have to prove it to yourself, because if you believe, then you can help others to believe as well.
Exactly.
Well, wonderful. Well, gentlemen, you have been hand selected to be part of his front line, his board of directors, the group of people that will help override hundreds and hundreds and then thousands of people that will come on board in Trinidad. It will happen. The question is, will you be a first mover, a middle mover, or a latter mover? Totally up to you. So get back with the gentleman that invited you. And listen, they'll get you in touch with me. We can communicate in WhatsApp. But God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Nyron. Congratulations on your grand opening presentation. It was y'all give Nyron a round of applause, right? We are in a conference, Nyron, and there were other people. Y'all give a round of applause, right? And we close up, Nyron, our presentation, our training, but they stuck around to support you. So, gentlemen, you are partnering with some of the best of the best. You're in business for yourself, but never, ever, ever by yourself.
All right.
So I'll see you on WhatsApp. Say it again.
Thank you so much.
You are quite welcome. Let's set your next one. I need your next 2 dates, okay? And then we're going to make it happen.
All right. I'll get back to you with that.
Fantastic. God bless you guys. This webinar is officially over. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night. All right. Bye.
You're welcome.